Yep, okay.
Bait shop's got
Oh, we're live now.
everything you need.
So, I looked up, because I was asking, when I was getting on the boat for Far Harbor, where Far Harbor is, like, in real life, and it's based off of, Bar Harbor, a town in Maine. So we're in Maine, which is not very far from Boston, and it's tiny. We're not in Maine, we're like off the coast of Maine.
Food in front,
Mainland Maine.
dock and back.
But still, you know.
You ain't armed. You ain't long for this world.
The hull took a battering, to be sure. But she wouldn't be standing at all if it weren't for you. They call me the Mariner. Shipwright. Handyman. The only one keeping the harbor afloat. Well, besides Captain Avery.
The town's lucky you're here.
You blowing smoke up my sails. Huh. But there is... I don't suppose you'd be willing to lend a hand. In order to do proper repairs, I need tools. Specialized tools. And they won't be easy to come by. 450 caps if you can, though.
Sign me up. I'll help.
Eagles Cove Tannery. Tools are certain to be there. Now get.
Okay.
You're that mainlander who just got here. Better watch yourself, because this island sees and hears everything you do. I should know. I watched the island tear down the greatest family that ever set foot in Far Harbor. It's a tale of greed, blood, and vengeance.
Interesting.
What family are you talking about?
I was just about to explain. My family, the Daltons, was the pride of Far Harbor for generations, even back before the war. It was lumber and fishing that made the Daltons rich. But they got greedy, took too much from the island. The island's been getting revenge ever since, killing us off one by one. I'm the last Dalton still standing. But now our story takes an unexpected turn. A mysterious stranger comes to Far Harbor. Someone strong, someone capable. With the stranger's help, the last living Dalton finally has a chance to avenge her bloodline once and for all.
Let me guess. I'm the mysterious stranger who's gonna help you avenge your family.
Ah, you're a quick one. Good. You'll need your wits about you, because your part in the story is filled with danger.
You sound a lot like Bob Murphy.
To the first chapter in our tale of vengeance. That will be the sad story of freckle-faced Petey. Petey was my cousin.
Petey!
He was a good lad, never caused trouble. He thought all those freckles brought him luck, but, well, not. He was out
I accidentally skipped, my bad.
at the National Park campground when the island sicked some feral ghouls on him. Island's a sneaky bastard when it wants to be. Anyway, he made it back to town, but died from his injuries that night. Of course, those ferals are still out there, waiting to kill the next poor fool who comes along. Damn shame that.
Those ghouls are as good as dead.
Good, good. It's long past time those shamblers paid for what they did to Petey.
Pip boy? Heard about those.
Far Harbor's interesting already. It's already got fun, interesting characters.
You don't like the service, there's the door.
Everyone! Everyone!
We're trying to have a conversation here.
Shut your mouths, open your damned ears! So the fogs are coming for us all, and I can't see any better way of greeting it than to have another round. On the house!
Yeah!
Time to party!
Here's some Mitch.
Captain Avery said you can get me to Acadia.
Heard there was a scuffle
Hell yeah.
out there. You get your hands dirty? I'm done leading people to their deaths in the fog. Last fella couldn't keep up. Didn't last 5 minutes.
Your schnoz is huge.
Some parents are worried about their runaway daughter. She went to Acadia, and I need to find her.
If someone's headed for Acadia, there's always a story. Yours worth dying over, huh?
Yeah. I've done a whole lot more for a whole lot less.
If that's the way you choose to live, that's your affair. Listen, if you're dead set on this foolishness, get me a bottle of whiskey from the bartender, Mitch. Until then, we're done.
You want a bite? Either Mitch or I can take your order.
Mainlander, today's your lucky day. Free beer for ya. Ha ha!
You have anything a bit stronger?
Pushing your luck, are ya? Ha! I like it. Take this. Top shelf all around. So, drink
Aw,
up.
I need a whiskey.
Stay here over long and the fog will claim you. Might as well meet her with a belly full of fire, eh?
I'd like a drink.
Plenty of selection.
We're the only bar in town.
You got my whiskey yet?
Here you go.
Ah, now you're talking. I can get you to Acadia. But you've got to listen to me. Go where I say, when I say it. Still won't be easy. You stock up on your necessities, Rad X and the like. And then the real work can begin.
Let's go, Longfellow.
Follow me,
Did he just make fun of his name? Feel like he did. Feel like he just made fun of his name. Let me grab my power armor. I'm not leaving it here.
Guns.
I can barely tell us apart.
Hey,
Go ahead.
come on.
We need to move through the main path. Old Mountain Trail is what it is. The fog ain't like nothing you've seen in comic books. Mainlanders think a dose of Radaway is all you need. Tracks. Fresh ones. Trappers ahead. When the bullets start flying, find cover. Keep your head down if you want to live.
I'm in power armor. Can't really do much sneaking, but okay.
What was that?
What's that? Lights out for you. Guess we got no choice.
Already over encumbered again. This is insane.
Thought this would be easy, did you?
Why are the trappers hostile? That doesn't make sense. They're out here surviving just like everyone else. Maybe that's why they're hostile. Maybe I just asked my own question. I might have. Oh, I wonder if I could have scrapped my weapons anywhere in town.
There's something you need?
Oh, I'm sure Nick has a bunch of my junk,
Here's what
doesn't
I've
he?
got.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of my junk already on him.
You're not half bad in scrap. Figured I'd have to take care of a lot of them. Might just make a proper Far Harborman out of you. See, the fog can do a number on you. Get you all turned around. Does something in your brain. Trappers were mean to begin with. There's... Look sharp! Couldn't take long.
Ooh, he gave me military duct tape. What a good ghoul.
Here's the mountain trail. We stick to this and we'll make it to Acadia. Game trails crisscross the road, so don't be surprised if we got local wildlife to deal with.
Time to earn that next drink.
You like them puppies? We grow everything extra mean. Still got a ways to go. Crawler. They usually stick to the deep fog. Best we steer clear. But you never know. When I was a young lad, no higher than you and me, whole island was covered in fog. The fog eventually rolled back. People resettled. But they got comfortable. Started taking things for granted. Folk got short memories. All this has happened before. Gulper's got a fondness for fresh water. A small gulper, like the ones in these parts, is a fair challenge. Now the big ones, they can grow 2-3 times the size of a man. Good thing you don't see too many of them around.
I'm too damn sober for this.
Where did Nick get off to? There he is.
Well, what have we here? Another rat worshipping lunatic. That's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am shielded by my faith.
How about bullets? Faith shield you against those too?
Let's just settle down, okay?
You're right. Waste of ammo.
Do not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. You. I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes. Beasts that subvert the will of Adam.
All right, I'm listening. Tell me about Adam.
Tell you. Look around. You stride through his kingdom. A land blanketed beneath sacred fog. A land Adam has claimed for his children. And you may join our family if he deems you worthy.
On second thought, I'm good.
So be it. But I would be mindful where you step. After all, you are in Adam's kingdom now.
If you're done wasting time with a fanatic, let's move on. Up ahead, the air's clean. No fog. Acadia's not too far now. Acadia's already been watching us for a good spell. If you want to talk with them, just go inside. They'll be waiting for you. You need my help again, you come see me. Got a cabin just outside of our harbor. Place to cool up and gear. Some rest. Just make sure if you bring a bottle of something strong, there's enough to share.
Maybe later, Longfellow.
All right, but I'm serious about the offer. You ever want to hunt the forests and waters of the island together, I could think of worse things to do.
Okay. My very first time in Acadia. And on Far Harbor. And doing all this stuff. Hopefully they have a workbench here.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own. And I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick? It can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
All right, Dima. We'll humor you. Keep talking.
This all started over a century ago, when we were first created. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors. I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
We'll talk later. This is a lot to take in.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
She is a synth. That's why she left home.
Kasumi had honest questions about herself. She came here for answers. None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
I'm a human being, not a synth.
Are you sure? I don't mean to question you, but what's the first memory you have?
I remember being in my house the day the bombs fell. We ran to the vault. We were frozen. I was the only survivor.
No memories before then? Just a single day, and then waking up alone? We so easily accept what's presented to us as the truth, don't we? Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that we will accept you, no matter what you decide you are.
I'm not a synth. End of discussion.
I understand. I won't pry any further. Acadia is open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase. Kasumi is usually working down below, whenever you wish to see her. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss before you go?
I'm part of a group that helps synths. The Railroad.
Really? I don't understand why a group dedicated to helping synths would convince them through fear that their only option is to hide. Yes, they volunteer for the memory wipe. Yes, not knowing you're a synth makes it harder for the Institute to find you. But the cost, I know how frightening it is, the risk of capture. But sacrificing what you are, avoiding the true struggle to be accepted as our own form of life?
Ideals aren't gonna protect escaped synths. We do what we have to.
I know that's what you think. I just... No, I shouldn't judge. I'm over here, far from the Commonwealth, in relative safety. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss?
So, everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
Yes. Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them.
Tell me more about this place, Acadia.
All I want is to bring as many synths here as I can, and give them a chance to know what they really are. To embrace it. Beyond that, we just want to live in peace. I don't have any grand plans for expansion. Just existing as we are now is enough. Was there anything else?
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
I'll take your duct tape.
Hey.
Do something for you?
Hey there.
So, you've talked to Dima. You know why we're here. I certainly hope that you'll consider helping us. Dima's vision is worth fighting for.
You're right. It is a good cause. Synths definitely deserve to be safe, just like everyone else.
It's so good to hear that. Very encouraging. Please, make sure Dima knows that as well. He's put so much of himself into this. All his time and energy devoted to helping others. He never stops to think of himself. Sometimes I worry about... well, if I wasn't here to make sure his equipment is all functional.
You have really
That's not
weird
even
ears.
mentioning maintaining the fog condensers. So many things to keep track of.
Seems like he's lucky to have you helping.
Thank you. That's very kind.
If there's anything I can do to help out, just let me know.
Well, if you're determined to help, there is something you could do. It's likely somewhat dangerous, though, so I understand if you'd rather not. There's a boat along the coast of the island. It was transporting some hardware we needed. Storage drives. The boat never finished the trip, you see. So the drives are still out there. I could really use them here for extra parts, if nothing else. My understanding is that the boat wrecked southwest of here. So, does this sound like something you could handle?
Sure thing, Faraday. I'll get the drives for you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
I need a workbench or something.
Need the key.
Workbench at all? Chemistry station, possibly.
Sounds like you got the all clear.
I assume you're not planning on staying.
So you're that new fellow from the Commonwealth. New guy, right?
Look, I'm not anybody I'm talking to. My head is...
Sir...
Kasumi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
Your parents sent me. They want you to come home.
They did what? You came all this way for me.
You left without telling your folks why. You must have known they'd be worried.
Look, my mom and dad... I mean, those people that were taking care of me, they wouldn't want me back. Not if they knew the truth.
Because you're not really their daughter. You're a synth.
Yeah. I thought if I've been lying to...
I know.
Yeah, I can't...
If something's going on, then I can help.
I don't know how...
Sure.
What if...
All right. I'm listening.
Okay, you said... Well, and...
I want to check and make sure that she's actually a synth, but she might be marked as,
What if Dima is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
We should get to the bottom of this. If Dima is putting on an act, we need to know.
I'll help if I can. But that's not much to go on.
I know. I keep seeing Dima, Faraday, and Chase head into the laboratory at the other end of the hall. Then they come out later looking like they've been arguing. There's actually a storage space right next to there. It'd be a perfect spot to hide. I've also tried breaking into Faraday's terminal, since he and Dima are so close, but...
Eavesdropping on the next meeting sounds like our best bet. I already found the key to that room.
You did? Great. Come...
From one case to a new one. It's never easy for us, is it?
I swear someone has the key to that storage room. Maybe Bob? He's
Yeah.
always moving supplies.
Okay, I was gonna check and make sure that she's actually a synth now that I said what I said, but... I just want to see. I'm gonna... Actually, no. You know what? Quick save is good, but I was gonna hard save.
Arcadia's far away enough from the Institute. We don't have to worry, right?
Oh man, I kind of want a workbench still. I haven't seen a single one in here.
Under all that gear?
There's some really good stuff here. I'm really happy for it. But I know I'm not supposed to kill her because she's part of the quest, so I really want to see if she's a synth or not, though. I want to know the truth. Although, it probably shouldn't matter. I'm really curious. Also, I don't even know if I actually can kill her. So I'm going to say before this, just in case I can't. But I really want to know if she has a synth component. Or it's up to our interpretation.
Faraday.
I can't even kill her. Which makes sense. She is the main part of this quest, so I had to know. So it's up to our interpretation or our findings to figure out if she is actually a synth or not, and I have no idea, to be honest. I mean, that holotape with the white room, her dream that she's been having, makes me think that she probably has been replaced. But I'm still not entirely convinced. She could have just been having a weird dream. You know, hearing about synths out in the Commonwealth, and she just starts believing that she is one. Starts having a weird dream, nightmares. You know, like mass hysteria. I don't know, it's hard to tell.
Too many folks these days count on violence to solve their problems. You only have to look around to see where that got us.
We need to accomplish this without bloodshed. Far Harbor and the children of Adam have a right to exist on this island, the same as us.
They're going to kill each other, Dima. There's no stopping it. We need to pick a side now.
Haven't we already picked a side? Building the fog condensers around Far Harbor wasn't exactly a neutral act.
We couldn't stand by and let the people of this island die to the fog.
Just like you couldn't just leave the Cult of Adam without a home? Giving them the submarine base was a mistake. The nucleus, as they're calling it, is basically one big fortified position.
Far Harbor had cast them out. They have strange beliefs, but they have always accepted us for what we are. And Confessor Martin was a friend.
Well, the new Confessor isn't. High Confessor Tectus is an unstable megalomaniac, and he's gonna keep threatening us as long as we're helping Far Harbor.
Guys, can we talk about the elephant in the room? We keep dancing around it.
My old memory banks in the submarine base.
I can't believe you never told me about those. I have to wait until they become a security risk.
I know how it looks in hindsight, but at the time, it was an act of trust. I was honestly more worried they'd accidentally trip the pre-war security and get hurt, giving the children my old home, allowing them to safeguard my old memories. I thought our people would be working together.
Just how secure are the banks? How long do we have? And what's in them?
I've gone over this before, Chase. I don't know what's in them. That's how it works. It's as close to forgetting something as I have. But I've run some projections of worst-case scenarios. If we do nothing and the wrong knowledge falls in the wrong hands...
So send me over there. I'll be in and out in a day.
We can't risk it. They know you're from Acadia. If you're caught, or even seen, then it's war.
We should at least prepare her to go in. We're running out of options. I say we tell her how to crack into the memory banks.
You've been working on this without me?
It came up in a private moment, Chase. But yes, we've been writing a program that will let you access and download my memories. It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without seeing it for yourself.
I'm finishing up some tweaks to the program right now. I'll leave a copy of it for you on my desk when I'm done.
Get the program, use it to break into the memory banks. Got it.
Hopefully you won't have to. We'll keep monitoring the situation. I only want you going in if we have no other choice.
I wonder if we can go in. I think I've already decided I want...
He's got his fingers everywhere on this island. And whatever's in his memories isn't something we can wait for someone else to find.
I kind of want to be the one to go in. I feel like that's an option. I'll wipe out the children of Adam. If they really are as fanatical as they say, they're dangerous.
Acadia's far away enough from the Institute that we don't have to worry, right?
I wonder what would happen if I joined the Institute and I came here. I mean, obviously I'd have to take out Dima. It would change the story completely.
Hey, Kasumi.
Dima has secrets. We have to find out what he's really up to.
And I need a workbench. Where is, Longfellow's cabin's on that island, I see. Well, I'd like to go there. Gotta lose 20 pounds somehow.
Hey.
He literally can't carry anymore, really. Oh, I could give him like one more piece of junk. That was it. Shit.
I'm listening.
I assume you're not planning on staying long.
Say the word if you want. You can take a look at that terminal.
Oh my god, you can do it.
Hey.
There's something you need?
Think you can unlock that terminal?
Count on it. These boys weren't fooling around. Let me just try. Not that either. All right. Let's try a slightly different approach. Dang. Locked down too tight.
Oh, because it's a master lock? Is there only a chance that he can actually open that stuff?
Hello.
Feel free to say whatever is on your mind.
I know you left some of your memories behind in an old submarine base. That you're worried the children of Adam will get to them.
You've been busy. I was hoping you were taking your time learning more about us. Huh. I suppose you have. Maybe this is an opportunity for both of us. I can't send any of my people without risking the children of Adam linking them back to Acadia. But you're new to the island.
All right. I'm listening.
Before I begin, how much do you know? Did you have any questions for me? About Far Harbor, the children of Adam, or my memories?
I know all I need to.
Then my plan is simple. Pose as a recruit and infiltrate the children of Adam. Gain access to their base in the old command center. Guarded by some pre-war security measures, you'll find my memory banks. I'll give you the program you need in order to access my memories. Bring me anything you find. It's not going to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it.
This is the exact same lines he told the girl while we were listening in the window.
Explain without seeing it for yourself.
Actually, I already have the program. I was thorough.
Well, I guess that just means I've picked the right person for the job. One more thing before you leave. Whatever you do, don't assault the children of Adam directly. Our ultimate goal must be to bring peace. If you attack them, they'll consider themselves at war with the outside world.
If we find anything suspicious in those memories of yours, we'll be back. Count on it.
I'm over encumbered again.
Turns out Dima's earliest memories are in the hands of the children of Adam. He's afraid of what they're gonna find.
So, is that what those death projections were about? It wasn't Dima planning to destroy the island. He's worried the children of Adam will. Or is he still hiding something? What could be in those memories that he would leave them behind? Is there really something in them that's dangerous? Do you have a way in? Into his memories? Assuming you can get past the children of Adam, of course.
I got this program that Faraday and Dima wrote. It's supposed to help me access the memory banks.
Really? How would that work? When I was taking a peek in the computers he has here, Dima was hooked up to his chair. I was just tapping into it. I wonder if you'll need to, connect to the old banks the way he does? Some kind of connection between your head and the computer. Oh, but that's it. And then Faraday's program would be translating Dima's thoughts and data, helping you through any security guarding it. I'm sorry, I'm making assumptions. It's just, well, it's a little exciting, isn't it? You'll let me know what you find? I'll keep an eye on things here.
I'll get Dima's memories, and then we'll figure things out from there.
Good luck.
Well, she at least gave me 500 caps. Yeah, isn't Nick Valentine's memories of a pre-war cop? That's his personality, as some pre-war detective that blasted him. Which means the Institute was around, or at least starting up around the same time that the bombs dropped. Which means they've been around for a while. Is there other workbenches in Far Harbor, or do I have to go to Longfellow's cabin in order to do what I need to do? I mean, I'm fine with it, it's just... I'm running out of buff out.
Fog. It's dangerous, okay?
Look like a counter doing cartwheels, too.
something from before the war, looks like.
It's your stuff in your house. You should know.
Hey. I'll see what I can do.
Increases intelligence. Increases VATS hit chance. Ooh, increases carrying capacity. And now I have over 100 adhesive. I need more fiberglass for that. This is some pretty big space to work with. I wonder if I can set up a recruitment beacon here. Just out of curiosity. I could. It would work. I really would only do that to get a provisioner out here, though. I don't know if they could actually go back to the Commonwealth and start doing stuff. So honestly, I might be scrapping all this stuff for nothing. I might just want to build a armor and weapons workbench and call it good. Oh, he's already got a weapons in here. I just need an armor one then.
I'm gonna
Selling
run
what
some
you build ain't
diagnostics.
a bad way to make a living.
Take your time.
Almost got rid of my pistol again.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Not yet, not... Oh, I need cork and fiberglass now to make it ultralight. Lead line might be really good, though, considering we're going to be going against Children of the Atom, probably. Things I need is a crap ton of lead. Tag the lead for search. Because I need lead for other stuff, too.
Love
Sure, ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Huh. You're a tougher nut than I thought. Tougher than I was. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point. And folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Massacre of the CPG? What's that?
The Commonwealth Provisional Government. Years back, a group of settlements tried to get together and form a coalition. Every settlement with even a hint of clout sent representatives to try and hash out an agreement. Only the Institute sent a representative of their own. A synth. The man killed every rep at the talks. The Commonwealth Provisional Government was over before it even got off the ground. I took up in town not long after. I was damn lucky they didn't just tell me to scram right then and there.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. pride and joy of the mayor back then, a man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
Was it hard settling in?
Well, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the synth, but it was Nick the detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
I like Nick Valentine. I really do. He's such a good character. I don't want to keep all this stuff here. So hopefully I'll remember to take it when we're done. But now that I have this, I can at least travel wherever. I can store stuff in there. So probably don't want to do that first. That's pretty far away. We're not going to do that. We can do that, though.
Better hope
Don't let all that horsepower go to your head.
Let's get doing some exploring of Far Harbor. Jesus! That thing ran up to me really fast. It's terrifying. Well, that was pretty easy, actually. Okay, we just gotta go talk to her now. Where are those power tools at? Are they nearby? Not really.
Need general supplies? Visit the bait shop.
I wiped out the feral ghouls at the campground.
The hero of our saga returns triumphant. I bet the island didn't see that coming. It's only right you get paid for your troubles. Here's 200 caps for you.
Bait shop's got everything you need.
You need some firepower?
Show me what you got.
Don't try anything.
It doesn't have any fusion cells, sadly.
Don't let the island catch you off guard. Why am I doing this?
Ah, you there. Are you that detective I've heard about?
I guess you could say that.
Oh, wonderful. I wasn't sure how I was ever going to find you.
Sounds like we may have another case on our hands.
I haven't been able to find any of the local police force. The louts? I don't want to start a panic, but, well, we may have a murder on our hands, and we need an outside set of eyes.
Okay, I'll help.
Oh, thank goodness. Shall I guide you to the Cliff's Edge Hotel now?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's be off then.
Hey, the sun does come up on Far Harbor.
Awful lot of rats. Get out of here.
Looks like it isn't just the police who have been lax lately. The Island's building inspector ought to be fired.
They look like they had a vault here.
I wish we still had the staff to keep up this area of the hotel. It's in quite a state of disrepair. I should warn you, some of the other hotel guests are a bit, rowdy. I was forced to defend myself when a few became a bit handsy, shall we say. The registered patrons are in a more exclusive area of the hotel, though, and do not associate with this sort of rabble. Shall we be off?
What do you mean the other patrons are rowdy?
I had not been in this part of the hotel for some time. Perhaps there is some sort of sporting event that has them agitated. Several of them tried to grab me and, well, their clothing was certainly not suitable for polite company. Shall we be off?
Yeah, let's go.
Very good. This way.
Are there raiders? No, they're ghouls. Any magazines anywhere? Ooh, I could take Science 3. I don't know what the point of that would be, though. I could start getting Pack Mule. Just need to up my strength a bit. Let's do that.
Got it.
You know, Nick, you got a point.
Nice.
Is there any... Seriously, is there any books around here? That's what I need. I need a magazine. Any of them. I don't care which ones. Time slows down for a moment while aiming. A dead-eye lever action. That sounds really good on a lever action rifle. That sounds cool. Wait, do I not have any grenades on me? Ooh, some free more money.
Well, ain't that a blast from the past?
This elevator leads to the exclusive area of the hotel. You should feel quite privileged that they will be allowing you in.
Dun, 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 dun. Checking all of these. Why is there so many donut mixes in the washer?
Heads up.
Go on. Whatever you need.
Take all of my junk. Does the hotel actually go into the vault? It actually seems like it does.
Did you change your mind about helping us investigate? We really could use some help. Are you the detective we sent for?
Yes, I'm the detective.
Thank goodness. Let me just open the door for you.
Well. This place just got a
Well, it's about time the police sent someone out to investigate. We have many important residents and they're very worried.
I'm here now. We'll get to the bottom of this.
I cannot tell you what a relief it is, Detective. I've learned the moods of our patrons well enough to tell you the tensions are high. There's the crime scene again.
Sounds like trouble.
Don't they realize that they're going to disturb the evidence? You'd better come with me, Detective.
What the hell do you think you're doing? This is a crime scene.
Do you not see the glory of the thing? The artistry.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Ezra, you have outdone yourself. This is your finest work. There is more emotion in his death than most have had in their entire lives.
Our friend is dead, Mr. Avita. Have you no respect?
I'm just saying that at least he had the decency to make a spectacle of it. There is nothing worse
Please,
than
if I may,
That's what
I
this is
could
to
just
you?
have your attention.
You're sick.
I'm sorry for shouting, but the detective has arrived and shall begin the investigation henceforth. Please return to your rooms until the detective has examined the crime scene and had a chance to come speak with you. Have a look at the crime scene for clues. You're ready witnesses. You are free to question the residents, but their safety is our priority. So unless you have solid evidence, I would avoid accusations.
Protect and serve. Protect and serve.
Oh, this place is a little bit more abandoned, a bit more dingy. whole vault robots? I don't see any humans. I guess the patrons were the rich people and they turned themselves into robo-brains.
Who do you think actually won the war? Nobody, I guess.
You gonna tell me that's nothing?
It wasn't like that. We were...
Excellent.
Sure don't make them like they used to.
Protect and serve.
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
Tell me about the victim.
Mr. Ezra Parker was the primary owner and financier for the hotel. He had vast experience managing venture projects around the world. It was his idea to have our premier clients become investors in the vault section of the hotel. He worked with Vault Tech to have this built to their every specification. Was there anything else?
Your residents are robots.
Not robots, Detective. Well, not exactly, anyway. I believe the term they use is robo-brain. Back before the war, the residents decided the best way to wait it out was to put their brains inside robotic chassis. Was there anything else?
I'm not sure where I should start.
I suppose you should try to figure out how he died, and then who had the means and motive to kill him. Once you have enough evidence, then I suppose you'll need to confront the killer. Was there anything else?
Never mind.
I'll be here should you need me.
Is this blood? Yes. A baseball bat. Huh. What is this doing here?
Protect and serve.
Looks like the brain enclosure was smashed.
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
I found the murder weapon.
Why do you say it like that?
That's the bat from Mr. McKinney's movie. You don't think he could be involved, do you? I can't imagine him ever doing such a thing. Was there anything else?
Never mind.
I'll be here should you need me.
We should probably get out of the power armor. I'm just kind of wasting the power cells that I have, but...
Hello, Detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
I found your baseball bat at the crime scene. Care to explain how it got there?
Someone is clearly trying to frame me for the murder. It's probably Santiago. You saw him skulking around the crime scene.
What were you and Gilda talking about when I walked in?
Oh, we were just rehearsing a scene. Nothing to worry about.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
It's obviously Santiago. He keeps going back to look at the crime scene.
Maybe later.
Okay. Just let me know how I can help.
Devotee of the arts, does that cruel muse call you to her entrapping bosom?
Art is life. Without it, we are no different than animals.
Perhaps. If all we are is a sentience floating in a suit of flesh, or metal, I suppose, then art is the only true communion with the world. Come with me. Tell me, what does this piece say to you?
It's about composition, the balance of colors and emotions, and the struggle to maintain internal order.
Indeed. This was the last piece I did in a series of portraits of Gilda, number 1378. Her emotional landscape is superimposed on the portrait. The reality of the subject is distorted as the ego attempts to project itself this way. Tell me, what does this one say to you?
It's the war. Bombs from every direction, no up or down. The world turned on its head.
Oh, what a very literal interpretation. I asked what it communicated, not what the shapes on the canvas were. We must ascend. And what about this one? And please be honest, for art without honesty is just politics.
It's cute, I guess. Some people like that kind of thing.
More than you would imagine. Truth be told, this is my best-selling piece. I did this series under a pseudonym, of course. This series has made more money than any of my serious works. And I did the whole thing as a lark. What does that tell you about the value of art to the common man? Hello, detective. Here to broaden your mind through artistic inspiration?
I think you should explain why you keep returning to the crime scene.
It's for inspiration, detective. The others do not like to think about it, but even we shall die someday. Like Prometheus' torch, it kindles within me the fire to create as much art as I can in the time that I have.
It sounds like you've done a lot of paintings of Gilda. Why her?
Our Gilda is a very singular creature, detective. Do you not see this joie de vivre from within her? I have never met another who clings to life so tenaciously, who lives so in the moment. I must admit I was quite smitten with her for a time.
You're still in love with Gilda, aren't you?
So what if I am? What business is it of yours? She deserves someone who truly understands her ephemeral beauty, not that brute actor.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs. That Philistine would not know art from her own excrement. She and Ezra had a rather dramatic fight recently. You could hear her banshee screeches all the way across the hotel.
What were Juliana and Ezra arguing about?
I don't know. I was painting at the time and I was trying to block it out. Though I bet Gilda probably heard them. Maybe you should check with her.
Tell me about yourself.
What is there to tell? I am one of the premier artists in the world. My work is primarily in oil paint, but I have been known to do sculpture or performance art as well.
Maybe later.
Good. I hope my paintings are able to open your mind to new possibilities.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Hello again. Who's up? Did you need something?
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the...
I heard you had a big fight with Ezra a few days ago. Care to explain?
Oh, well, it wasn't that big a deal, really. He wanted more money to pay for repairs on the hotel. I wasn't feeling well that day and lashed out a bit at the poor man. I really should have listened to him more.
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things. We're just waiting till the war blows over so we can bring them back to Mansion.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
If you ask me, it's one of those actors. Or that horrible painter. Their type is always the cause of violence.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Juliana Riggs, heiress to the Riggs fortune and wife of Bert Riggs. I'm not sure what else you expected, Detective.
Maybe later.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective.
Sorry, I'm not talking a lot. I'm trying to listen to everything and figure everything out. I don't know who is actually supposed to be guilty here, so...
Hello, Detective. Did you need something?
I heard that Juliana and Ezra had an argument a few days before he was found dead. Tell me about that.
Well, I was in my lab at the time, so I didn't hear it. But Juliana has always been rather critical of Mr. Parker. I think she found something in the overseer's office. I wasn't listening when she told me about it. I kind of had my head in my research. I don't know, really. I try to let her handle all the money stuff. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Have you noticed Juliana acting strangely lately?
Oh, well, that's not really my field of expertise, but I'm sure there are probably some clues at the crime scene. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm a scientist. You've probably met my wife, Juliana, already. I'm not sure what else to say, really. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about your research.
Well, I was one of the leads on the team that created the first robo-brains, the precursors to our model. Most people don't find it all that interesting, and I'd rather not bore you. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
Oh, wonderful. No one else here really wants to talk about it. Functionally, this model is more or less the same as the previous versions I worked on, but without the neural inhibitor and the reconditioning. The voice modulator seems to have some minor issues interfacing with the neural matrix, which can add some moodiness. But that's easily solved with regular tune-ups. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
I'm afraid that's really all I should say about it. I mean, it is still classified, but I wanted to help with the investigation. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Robo-brains have a voice modulator. Tell me about that.
That's what allows us to recreate our original voices. They can mimic any normal human voice, actually. I've speculated for some time that the issues we
had with our recruited subjects is due to the brain attempting to preserve a sense of self. Maintaining our original voices helps reinforce the neural network, sort of like playing music for an Alzheimer patient. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Maybe later.
Very well, I'll just get back to my work then. Just let me have a look at the...
I don't really know what,
No, it's not that. Probably something that got in when they sent Pearl out.
Tell me we don't need to find something. That may take a while.
You're not a doctor. What would you even know about it? Besides, I think it may be malaria.
First of all, I am a doctor.
Not a real doctor. Robotics is an actual medical degree.
Secondly, I've told you time and again, you can't get sick inside the suit. It's not physically possible.
I know when I'm getting sick, Bert. Now why don't you just wander off and play in your lab? Mr. Scruffy and I are going to rewrite the will, so he will get everything when I die because horrible Bert didn't believe me.
Oh, God, Juliana.
Have fun here. Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Okay, she's definitely suspicious.
Well now, if it isn't the brave detective, I haven't seen someone with a body like that in far too long.
You're not so bad yourself.
You should have seen me before all this. Red hair that was the envy of every girl and legs for days, darling. I'm sure you'd rather hear some of my stories from the silver screen rather than talk about that nasty murder business.
I must say, you're quite the actress.
What can I say? It just comes naturally. Surely you must be here for my salacious stories of the silver screen.
Have you ever done radio? Your voice is quite enchanting.
Well, darling, play your cards right, and maybe I'll whisper some sweet nothings in your ear. Care to hear some of my stories, Detective?
I must say, I've known flesh and blood girls who aren't half the woman you are.
Keep it up, Tiger, and we'll find out if you can handle how much woman I am. Care to hear some of my stories, Detective?
Why don't we grab a bottle of wine and go watch the sunset?
Sounds good, Detective. That was great, Detective, but we probably shouldn't make a habit of this. Catch you later, Tiger.
How?
Hey there, Tiger. Here for more stories about my acting career, or something else?
I had some questions to ask.
Sure, darling. What did you need?
Apparently, Juliana had a big argument with Ezra a few days before he died. Did you happen to overhear any of the conversation?
Oh, yes. I haven't seen a woman go off like that since Teresa Dubois fired her costume designer. But to get back to your question, it was fever pitch, Detective. She had apparently gone to the Overseer's office to check on the state of things and found it in horrible disrepair. But, and this is where it gets interesting, it sounded like she found something that really set her off. Couldn't hear what, though. Did you need something else?
I found Keith's baseball bat at the scene of the murder. Anything thoughts on how it got there?
I don't know, Detective. I can't really imagine Keith killing Ezra. Did you need something else?
I've gotten the impression you've had an affair with Santiago.
Look, I love Keith, I do. But sometimes he just can't give me the attention I need. A girl gets lonely, Detective. It only lasted a few dozen years. The man's a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
What were you and Keith talking about when I came in?
Oh, that? We were rehearsing. Gotta stay sharp if we're going to rebuild Hollywood. But Keith always gets flustered when he's upset. Did you need something else?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Well, it is a bit strange how obsessed Santiago has been with the murder. I mean, he's always been a bit obsessive, though. He did a whole series of paintings of me, hundreds. Said I was his muse. It was flattering for a while, but the man is a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
Tell me about yourself.
My favorite subject. Simply put, darling, I'm the greatest actress in the world. When this international scuffle blows over, I shall return to the silver screen and lead the world to a new golden age of cinema. Did you need something else?
Maybe later.
I'll be around, languishing from your inattention.
Protect and serve.
Okay, so something's in the Overseer office, which I got the key for. Is there anything else that I'm, like, missing here?
Protect and serve.
So he got his head bashed in by a bat, and we don't know who did it. Can I see, like, a local map of where the Overseer office would be? Oh, search the Overseer office. I just have to go to the marker. Obviously.
I've been told the Valentine detective.
Hey there, Tiger.
Bring in the business. You got a thing for antiques, huh?
Vault 118 is designed to test the social interactions between the working class and ultra-wealthy when under confined conditions. Working in conjunction with staff from the Cliff's Edge Hotel, this vault shall function as a luxury hotel to attract the necessary testing subjects. Upon beginning the test, additional subjects shall be admitted from the local population into a second, much inferior wings of the vault. Prior to experiment activation, Vault 118 shall function as an ultra-elite hotel to attract test subjects of appropriate wealth and status. This shall be operated as a clandestine area of the hotel to ensure that individuals drawn to the privilege and exclusivity are present. Upon activation notice from Vault Tech, the secondary wing of the vault shall be made open to the public and selected from the local working class population. These subjects are to be taken through the exclusive areas of the vault on entry, but thereafter contained to cramped second wing. Once residents have been admitted, the vault is to be sealed until test results can be determined. Test Group A, the Ultra Elite, this subject group not to number more than 10 shall have their every desire tended to by robotic staff to the extent that is possible. They are considered to be above all legal restrictions when interacting with Test Group B. Test Group B is the working class. This subject group shall begin numbering 300 and shall be restricted to the second wing of the vault. Measures should be taken to ensure that living conditions are uncomfortable and cramped. Food and other rations are to be extremely limited, and any breach of rules are to be judged by Test Group A and acted by robotic staff members. Due to the potential for extreme social interactions, Vault Tech staff shall be restricted to the overseer and key research members. All other security services and maintenance positions shall be filled by robotic staff to ensure safety and test compliance. Where is it? Because I didn't play it like I wanted to.
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault Tech won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
Sounds like Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
Hello, Detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
Never mind.
Okay. Just let me know how I can help.
Hello, Detective. Did you need something?
Never mind.
Very well. I'll just get back to my work then.
Oh, I need to investigate Juliana, Santiago, and Keith again.
Hello, Detective. Here to broaden your mind through artistic inspiration.
Did you have any...
The person you should be looking at Ezra.
Never mind.
I think Juliana's the only... She seems guilty. She seems super guilty.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I found some evidence that Ezra was embezzling from you and the other investors.
Oh, well, I really don't believe that. Mr. Parker wouldn't do such a thing, I'm sure.
I think you're the real murderer.
That's just silly, Detective. Why would I want to kill Mr. Parker?
Ezra was embezzling your money. That's why you killed him and framed Keith.
You were so close, Detective.
It's a shame. I thought I could keep the ruse going a little longer. Oh, well. Had to end eventually, I suppose. This doesn't have to end in more violence, Detective.
That's a twist. Ezra killed Juliana. And then Ezra became Juliana with the whole voice thing. That's a twist.
Just walk away. I'll leave, and you can tell them I escaped.
Ezra? You're alive.
Well, congratulations on catching up, Detective. Yes, I've been masquerading as Juliana for some time now.
What's it going to be, Detective? Join me in getting rich? Or die defending some outdated ideals?
Not a chance. Your murder spree stops here.
Then let us end this.
Wouldn't want to. I think we ought to talk.
Is something the matter? You sound upset.
What? Oh, no.
We've just been traveling for a while now, and I figured, especially after all that stuff with Dima, that you deserve to know more about me. So, there anything you want to know?
What's with the outfit?
After I started the agency, it just seemed like the sort of thing a detective ought to wear. I got some old memories, pre-war. Faded to all heck of guys dressed like this, doing what I do. Putting on the hat and trench coat, I figured it'd let folks know I was serious about the whole thing. Clothes make the man and all that. Guess I felt they made me the man I wanted to be.
What do you remember about the Institute?
It's all pretty hazy from back then, but now and then I get glimpses. Life inside the Institute, they keep you isolated. A single test chamber was my whole world for years, and someone was always watching. Then one day you wake up on the other side, and that's it. They've cut you loose. Welcome to the brave new world, with such people in it.
So who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time. I know I'm a synth, authentic Institute handiwork, but I'm still mechanical, not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. I get tune-ups now instead of checkups.
You remember when Dima was talking about the Institute's personality experiments? My memories. My personality. They're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war. They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. Don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a math genius or a bioengineer. But hey, maybe that's why the Institute tossed me in the garbage instead of turning me into one of their people snatchers.
Wait, the original Nick was from my time?
Sure was. Which meant when I finally ended up out here, it was quite the rude awakening. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap, a body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Suffice to say, it was a confusing couple of weeks. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then, so when I finally ran into people, they mostly treated me with caution rather than hostility. But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. My first human contact in this world. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen I wasn't gonna hurt anyone, the other folks in the neighborhood came out to ogle the mechanical man. It eventually turned into a pretty swell soiree. A local mechanic even gave me a once-over, free of charge. Those people, they treated me like a human being. I've been trying to return the favor ever since. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes. It's something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
Where's that town? We should go visit.
Tried to go back and say thanks once I'd gotten myself established. But the place was wiped off the map. Raiders. Don't know what happened to the people.
I do what's needed.
Well, you certainly seem to judge doing good pretty high on your list of necessities. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. We should probably head out.
Yes.
I found the killer. It was Ezra. He killed Juliana and took her place to hide his tracks.
My word! I never thought Mr. Parker was capable of something like this. What happened when you confronted him?
Turns out Robo-Brains can eat. And I served him up a heaping helping of justice.
Well, bravo, I suppose. Here you are, Detective. Payment for your services and a bonus for uncovering such a heinous plot. I don't think we could have done it without you.
Awesome. You gave me pre-war money. You piece of shit fucking robot. Gave me worthless cash.
What was all that about, Detective? What was all that about, Detective?
Oh, do I have to wait a bit?
What was all that about, Detective?
Yeah, she ain't gonna talk to me quick. I probably have to wait a bit.
I can barely tell us apart. Pick me up from Vault 114. Really over 100 of
What was all that about, Detective?
Okay, she's not gonna fix herself. I thought that I could have some more Robo-Brain sex.
Good day to you!
I'm running out of fusion cells. Should be able to fast travel from here. Go back to the cabin. Turn in my junk.
Heads up.
I'm all ears.
Wait there.
Here's what I've got.
Look alive.
Go
Hold
ahead.
position.
I'll stay put.
Where do they carry all that back? Oh, I'm missing some aluminum to calibrate the leg. That's upsetting. Yeah, I just need a crap ton of aluminum now. What do I need to upgrade my armor? I still need more lead, don't I? No, I need fiberglass. And cork. Ooh, actually, I probably want biocom mesh. Because with that, I could extend the use of all the psychojet that I use. That'd be awesome. Oh, I don't think I actually turned in Nick's stuff. Maybe I did. I don't know. Let's just build a bed. Like I said, I don't want to do much here. Okay, I think I'm gonna end this one here. I actually played my full. Oops. I actually played my full 2.5 hours. We made some progress, not on the main story of Far Harbor, but on Far Harbor anyway. I'm pretty proud of it. I will see everyone next time.